कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है, एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Thank you so much, Kanika, for playing the corporate video of Franchise India that truly depicts the kind of the vision and mission we follow every day. Welcome, good afternoon, everyone. We welcome all of you to our Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation of the big business opportunity we have got for you. It is a 45-minute session, which we have divided in 2 parts. First, we'll try to give you the correct and the complete understanding about the business proposal with the help of the PPT. Then we'll move towards a panel discussion. We have created a question and answer box for you. So we request all of you to make this this session very interactive by putting all your queries that can be answered during our panel discussion. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, both as a team leading this particular webinar, and they'll be taking all your queries. And the big business opportunity which Franchise India team is delighted to present to all of you today comes from South India. Fifola is the brand we are bringing you today. Today, we have invited the team to talk about this brand as well as the 2 business opportunities they have got under the umbrella of Fifola. Founded in 2017, Fifola is Chennai-based omni-channel meat and seafood retail brand. Fifola offers an unlimited choice of meat that includes fish, poultry, lambs, etc. Their exceptional range includes free-range chicken and goat. They are successfully running 45 plus retail store as of now. And today we have invited Dr. Sanjoy, who has an experience of 27 years in hospitality, healthcare, and trade. And he has served in some of the prominent hotels like Taj, Hilton, and Park. Thank you so much, Sanjoy. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining in today. It is our privilege to talk about your brand. But before I formally invite you for the presentation, may I invite Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am to start addressing all our investors.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this very, very special webinar, and special welcome to Dr. Sanjoy Das, who joins us from Chennai. Doctor has been part of a retail chain, very dynamic retail chain. I have particularly seen, I had an opportunity to visit them when they were starting up in 2017. And since then, they have come a long way as a business. And the company is also invested into 45 stores, which they operate themselves. So it shows their ability to go and operate multiple stores, which is digitally connected. So that's why it's omni-channel. Now company is logically at a stage where they are looking for what I call the next scale story. And after a lot of discussion and capability development, the company and the brand is ready to now invite franchisees. And these invited franchisees would be having opportunity on 2 ways. And one is actually where I have actually requested the company, because a lot of investors come to us and say, I am ready to invest, but I want to something which is already proven. So this is the first time where the company is also offering some of their profitable stores to be transferred to investors. So we are going to be discussing two very special opportunities. One is what I call franchisee-owned, franchise-operated greenfield projects, largely in South India and also in Pune, which is the core market for them. We're also going to be talking about some of the very performing stores which are already running and they're performing and they have a history and already big subscriber base. And business like this, once you get to a certain amount of optimum or a peak performance, then you continue to have that same customer coming back because they're getting the right kind of quality. It's a huge business. The whole gourmet meat business in India is a very, very large, very fragmented. And what Fipola is trying to create is a very big story. And that's how we are very excited at Franchise India. So I'd like to pass it on to Sonia. She will give her brief on the opportunity. She will be one who would be anchoring today's webinar. And first we'll go and hear the story about Fipola, how Fipola is becoming a great dynamic brand and what is their scale story. We also talk about their organization. We'll talk about the management team behind it and where are they looking for expansion. And then Sonia and team would take a lot of questions from you. All your questions you can go out and ask on the Q&A box, and we'll be more than happy to take as many questions. More questions you ask, more you'll get a clarity on opportunity. And post that, we will have a dedicated Discovery Day. And now Discovery Day is a platform which Franchise India has created where you discover an opportunity for you. Not every opportunity is good for everyone. If you really want to be partner with Fipola, both Fipola wants to understand why you are the right candidate and also for you to really understand, is this opportunity for you? So without taking too much of time, I'll pass it on to Sonia for her information. And then subsequently, we'll go back to Dr. Sanjoy for hearing the story of Fipola. Over to you, Sonia.
Thank you, Gaurav. And friends, a very warm welcome to all of you. I also welcome Dr. Das for coming on this webinar. And we all understand you come with a very rich experience in hospitality for more than about 27 odd years. And friends, the opportunity that we're talking about is Fipola, which is, like Ashna mentioned, it's a convenient modern meat retail company. And their parent company also comes with an experience of more than 35 years. They've been associated with exports of seafood to international market. And the company has a very big focus on tech-enabled operations, contactless deliveries, and they have been expanding also big time on their product line and a very dynamic omni-channel experience for their end users, which they have been creating in the last 1.5, 2 odd years, ever since the pandemic had hit. And also, one important thing, unlike many other traditional meat shops, which have not evolved over the years, and that was a big fundamental problem in the industry. This was the change the company is bringing in. And their main USP also is about these spacious upscale stores, which you would see in cities like Chennai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So a very fast growing company. They have created and are creating very big clusters in each location they're entering, including some of the prominent markets like Chennai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. And I would also request friends, as we move through the presentation, you have a Q&A box at the bottom of the screen. Please put as many questions as you want. And as we conclude the presentation, we'll take all these questions one by one. And we also have a dedicated day that we bring one-to-one discussions where the leadership team, led by Dr. Das, would also like to have a meeting to understand the interest in depth and understand if there can be potential synergies for partnership. So thank you so much once again. And Dr. Das, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much, Gaurav, Archana, and Sonia. I think you guys spoke so much about us, and almost everything, if not everything, has been spoken. And I would like to invite all to this webinar, and thank you for again joining the webinar. We are, yes, very successful as of now because we started from 2017 with the company formed in 16. So almost 5 years that we have been here. And not only that we have opened 45 outlets, but 68 outlets are being made. We are opening 20 outlets in Bangalore right now. And we are in 6 cities, including what they said, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore. We are also in Coimbatore. We are in Vellore and Puducherry. And we are slowly now trying to be also in Pune and Kerala, in Trivandrum and Kochi. That's our plan. So we have a rigid plan. We want to be 100 outlets by March. And we have investments which are being done continuously. almost we have invested 105 crores as of now, and we are investing more to be there with 100 outlets, which may of course become 150 crores. But even though whatever we are investing, we have knowledge and we have got the expertise to manage all these, and we have very senior professionals. We have large offices in Chennai, which was corporate office. We have regional offices in Hyderabad and Bengaluru, where very senior professionals from retail industry, hospitality industry, meat retail industry are now with us. So we have a rich staffing which are being done in all these outlets and offices, which are as good as 1,050. So we have a huge team as well. And the founder, Mr. Sushil Kanugolu, has again a background of, like Sonia was saying, 37 years with a marine company, and they know the expertise, how to procure. We do all sourcing from all farmers, which is across India. So that's our very, very great point, that we know exactly how to source and how to have stocks all the time. We are a very, very tech-enabled company. So our online platforms are very rigid, and we have a great merchant platform, e-com platform, wherein we are able to sell up to 12,000 orders a day on a weekend. So that means we are doing almost 50% retail and 50% e-com or online orders. So all kinds of expertise. We spend on marketing lots of money. So say, as of now, every year we spend over 5 to 6 crores only on marketing in all kinds of ATL and BTL activities. So we are having a model for franchisee, which was helped by Gaurav and his team to help us make it. And it is a very profitable model where you like to be with us. And we will also make sure that you're so happy that you will tell others that you should own a Fipola store. So all this goes, and it is too early to say that, because you need to be convinced and you need to also understand what we are on. So Sonia, anything in particular I need to speak other than what I've spoken now?
Oh, I think good so far. I think what we can do is we can take all our viewers through the proposition that we want to offer them, and maybe the journey of the company through a formal presentation. And then all questions that we have, we'll take it towards the end once we conclude your PPT.
Sure. I'm at your disposal, so let us know. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Mr. Das. So Abhishek, can we start with the formal presentation from your side?
Okay, so Abhishek requested me to take this PPT through, so I'll take it quickly. So this is Fipola presentation. Yeah, so the first one is a problem statement. So as you all know that the meat retail industry, or you may not know, is almost 4 lakh crore in India. So that much money is there in meat retail industry, and meat industry was never formalized. It was almost, for so many years that no large companies opened any kind of formal meat retail stores. And then came many companies, almost 7 to 8 companies across India, who actually started in the same time, almost say 4 or 5 years before. And now we have many organized sectors, organized meat retail stores in many cities, especially the large cities. But this still is a kind of, a very new, kind of system wherein, people go to a condition or a good organized store and purchase meat and seafood, and almost 85 to 90% is unorganized sector, wherein you go to a roadside store and you're purchasing, in a unhygienic circumstances, and many people are still going to there. But it is not the future. Like in my, 10 years in Europe, I spent many years in UK and other countries, and I have seen that even if you want to find a roadside, store or roadside vendor sitting, there is nothing like that. You have to go to a hygienic store and have a comfortable experience of service and all that, and you are very convinced. So this is the problem statement we're talking about. Sonia, the slides visible?
Yes, absolutely. We can go full screen. Yes.
Yeah, sorry about it. So So this is, on your right, you can see what kind of store you all know. I mean, we all know how it is in India. Everything is laid on the road, or, where the hygiene is not maintained. There are flies all around, and there's a lot of smell and odor, which is not very pleasant. And that's how it is, So 90% of the Indian market is unorganized, and very little, that is 10%, is now going there. And that is the future. So every year you see 3 to 5% is growing, more, and there are more stores and more companies coming into this field. So domestic meat and seafood consumption is over 4 lakh crores in India, and it is ranked almost 5th in the worldwide. So this is how it was earlier, that we had a butcher shop where, we had our own butcher shop. We'll go there and buy fish and meat and all that. And then we had something called hypermarket, a large market selling a lot of FMCG. And then you have a small place where, you go and you buy your meat, seafood. The varieties are not so many. And then you have online market spaces. Some of the companies, I'll not name them, are doing pretty well now in India, which are totally online. And the problem with online is you don't know what exactly they're cutting in. They're not cutting in front of you, and what they're sending to you, we don't know. So we have to marry all of them. And then we came with a proposition called as omni-channel. So what Fipola did is we created an omni-channel, which also does, online. We do retail, we do everything. And we have so many SKUs, as good as 500 to 600 SKUs that we sell from each kind of stores. And it is everything to do with non-veg, not just 1 or 2. So it's a whole experience. You come, you buy your non-veg, and you buy even the masalas, or you want to buy anything, accessories also, you get in the same store, and you are going with a full experience. So this is an overview of what we do. So how many staffs, this is the old slide. So we are almost 1,050 staffs. We do 12,000 orders, and we have 45 outlets. We opened the 45th outlet day before yesterday in Indiranagar, Bangalore. I was there for inauguration. And then every week we are opening 2 to 3 outlets in Bangalore now. So this is something like a story we are planning, or we are having a proposal to make 160 crores. We close this next year, March, in the year end. And we are quite good with also the platforms like Swiggy, Zomato, Dunzo, which are merchants, and we have loads of orders. So if you say 12,000 orders, 6,000 almost orders that come from online, and 1,800 to 3,000 orders sometimes comes from the platforms of merchants as well. So if you see industry overview, something like what happened before Corona and after Corona. After Corona, people realized that we have to have hygienic food. We have to have, good stuffs. We need to have, the touchless points, online and deliveries and all that. And we have been doing good. So even if you have a retail and then do delivery, it is the best, because you have gone to these stores, you have seen how hygienic good they are, and they're giving you good products. And then tomorrow you can also order online, and you can get the products, directly without even seeing them. When you open your packets, you're very contented how clean and how nice products it is, and of, best category. Then comes, the Fipola products. So when we say products, we only don't mean that we have fresh products like, say, chicken, mutton, lamb, or you say fish and all kinds of seafood products. We also have loads of other products. So we have like marinations. We have different ready to fry, ready to eat items. We have cold cuts, different kinds of cold cuts. We pack many kinds of cold cuts. We have even, salmon from Norway. We have even imported products. So there are so many things. We have gravies, curries, you name it. You name masalas, glazes, spreads to have on breads. So there are so many non-veg products. Everything is non-veg, and we have so many range of products with us. Then comes sourcing, which is the typical thing you guys must be thinking about. You must be thinking, they do so many orders and all that, and how do they source, so many stuff? So we do from the farmers directly. So the lamb or goats come from many markets like Jodhpur. They're having the best kind of mutton, or the seafood from 6 ports. We have our own people bringing them. We have different vendors. We have our own poultry as well, which is there in Kanchipuram. And then we also have other vendors who give us the best products in tons and tons. So say, for example, you'll be surprised on a Sunday, we take 7 tons of chicken. Say. So this is the kind of consumption that we have when we source. So this is our model of retail stores that we have called Fipola exclusive stores, which are very large stores of 2,500 square feet, and which have a very, very good experience in terms of look and feel, like a 5-star, you can say, a Fipola store. So we are making many such. We have made one in Banjara Hills in Hyderabad, one in Chennai, Nugambakam. We're opening one in Koramangala, one in Alwarpet, Chennai, and so on. So Fipola stores, which are the neighborhood stores. So we have to be in all neighborhoods, wherein we can have as many as 500 stores are planned to do in next 5 years. And all these stores should be walkable distance, or should be just 5 minutes or 10 minutes from your house in a bike or something. You come there on a Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday, whenever you have non-veg, you have a good experience. And not only you, or the male members can come, the women, the children are most comfortable in a store like ours, which is quite nice and air-conditioned, no smell at all. You will not believe. You come into a Fipola store, if you are staying in Hyderabad, Chennai, or Bangalore, you come to the store and you see there is no odor or bad smell at all. And you have a great experience, packed it, fresh, clean, and you're taking it home. Fipola store in store. What does store in store mean? That we have a large store of any retail or mart or hypermarket, and where we are there situated. We have very less like that. And then express stores, smaller stores, which of course we'll talk about it. The investment is not much, and we still have almost every SKU in that. So we talk about all our stores to have all SKUs. So we do have online presence, so you can order from anywhere in all those cities. So we have to have all store across that city so that we can cover entire part. And every store covers 5-kilometer radius. So we have to have so many stores in every city. So if we have in Hyderabad 14, now we are planning to make 7 more. So 21 stores in Hyderabad can cover the entire city. And then Fipola dark store, which was earlier we had only delivery store like some of our competition, but now we are not making any more delivery stores. So everything is retail, come delivery. So this is how our maps in Chennai are. If we talk about FICO model, which is franchise invested company operated, and COCO, which is company operated. So we have mostly company operated right now. We are just open to franchise now with the largest franchise players, Franchise India. We are so glad to be with them, and we expect to sell or get invested in most of the outlets. And then Hyderabad and ROTN means rest of Tamil Nadu. We are in now in Avinashi Road in Ganapati in Coimbatore, Tirupur, Vellore, Pondicherry, and we're opening in other cities also in the future. And this is how Hyderabad, we are in most of the places, and Bangalore also in most of the places. Something about vision. So probably our vision alone is to be the most preferred and admired tech-enabled meat retailer. So we mostly do with tech. And this is about Sushil Kanugolu, who is a highly educated person from Manchester University. And then he is into this industry. So he was with his father from 16-year-old when they ran a marine company. And then he was a visionary person. And he's got the top awards like CIA Entrepreneur Award, Indian Retail Excellence Award, and so on. Myself, I've worked, like he was saying, 27 years into hospitality, healthcare. I have got several awards myself to be the best general manager of hotels, best general manager of hospitals. And today, I have worked in many countries, including Europe and other places in Africa. And I have been to 21 countries to do business as well. This is our CXO team. So we have a CFO and CTO and several vice presidents in our company who head different other places. We have corporate chefs with the experience of 35 years with Taj Hotels and so on. And then again, corporate, we have corporate teams and we have regional teams and so on. And these are the other aspects of farm to fork and many of the quality aspects, because quality is key to this industry. So we have large players in quality. We have process compliance teams, etc. Again, going back to different sectors of omni-channel. When we say omni-channel, we mean we are in every channel. We are in retail. You can come and experience the store. We are in online. We are in merchants, etc. Then comes tech and intelligence. So not much to tell about. There are so many things to do with tech, like our online presence, how many women come, how many men come, how many use app, and how many use the web, and so on. And the best part is that we have repeated customers. So retention rate is 94%. When we had Corona, our business doubled or tripled, in fact, 3 times last year. And then we were scared whether these guys will come back to us after Corona is gone. But we were so happy to understand that 94% people came back to us after Corona as well. So this is something to do with our multiple outlet tech, how it works and what happens, how we get, in minutes, within 2 hours, we deliver to more than 4,000 people and so on. So after learning how we did so well, we have now auxiliary companies. We have something called Fipola on Wheels, something called Grill House, which sells cooked food. We also have Organic Farms, which does poultry, which I was talking about, and also another outlet which sells something other than what we also sell. So Fipola stands for Fipola, fish, poultry, and lamb. And we don't sell anything other than these, 3 non-veg or 3. We don't sell, beef and pork in Fipola. And Fipola on Wheels is a kind of, vehicle we have in Chennai, in Hyderabad and Bangalore, which goes to places where people are far off from our stores. So they go to different routes on a 7-day plan and they sell there, so that's a great experience also, that in your house itself, you have a Fipola on Wheels coming in and giving you more than 200 SKUs. This is medium rare. Medium rare is a kind of deli which we have opened after Fipola experience, very classy for high class people, expats, etc., which also sells beef and pork, so which we don't have in Fipola. And then we have grill houses. So we have many outlets now in Hyderabad, Bangalore. Every outlet has a grill house outlet. In Chennai, we have 9, and they also sell grilled chicken, shawarma, etc. And these are our number of outlets that we have. And this is how the outlet looks like from inside, interiors, etc. And this is our commissary. So every city has a commissary where we clean and we send all the food from to all the outlets. So we have a large team in each commissary. Each commissary is like Bangalore commissary is 13,000 square feet and so on. And we have great chefs also. So this is how our companies are. Everything belongs to Fipola Retail India Private Limited. And this is all about our Instagram, our Facebook, how we do posters, which we have to be with the company. So we spend lakhs of rupees every month, close to 15 lakhs only on our design aspects. We spend more than 1 crore on marketing every month and so on. So this is how our social media looks like. You can go to our social media. We are very vibrant in our social media. And this is press. So we do n number of press launches and press meets just to make the people aware on month basis that we are live and we are doing great. And awards, of course, we are synonymous. N number of awards we've been getting every year. I've been receiving so many. Probably you can see photographs. This we got in Chennai. We got the next one in Hyderabad. Now in Coimbatore, I took one day for yesterday called the Excellence Award, and so on. So we have got more than 32 awards in last 5 years. And we are number 1 now in terms of all cities. Even in large numbers, our numbers are highest in terms of retail stores. In any city we go in, we are not number 2. We are always number 1. And this is new store pictures. So like this, our stores look like from the inside. You have even in some stores, not only the ready to fry marinades, we also have cheese. We have different charcuterie items and so on. These are the outlets which looks like this. So you see the bottom right, where you see the grill house is there, seafood, mutton, chicken is all available for display. This kind of displays we have. You can see the top left photo, which shows how our butcheries are, how clean they are. And they are 3 glasses away from you. So you cannot smell anything that is happening there. So no bad odor. So this is how our customers come and they buy and they have a great experience. There's some press launches we did with beautiful models, Miss India, Miss Hyderabad, etc. I think this was crisp. Anything you have Q&A, you can ask us. Thank you for myself.
Thank you so much, Dr. Das. And I feel this is very elaborate presentation on what we are offering to the market. And friends, just to summarize, And what Dr. Das mentioned, the entire industry, meat production, has been largely unorganized, lack of hygienic measures causing a lot of risk to the health. And today consumers are actually reevaluating their food choices and being conscious of them. And traceability is also something which is very important for today's consumers, and where the producer is coming from. So strong end-to-end cold chain, which is the key in the industry, because in absence of this, it limits the shelf life and also the wastage. So what Fipola has done, they're implementing all that through their technology intervention. They're optimizing the entire inventory processing, and also at the same time able to predict demand, which is based on the data collected, or I would say data intelligence, which the company has. And very well backward integrated cluster approach. So every 5 kilometers, they would have one outlet coming in to cater to the big demand which is currently being foreseen. And also their own equity store count, which is very, very high, lends a very big credibility on the confidence the company has on the business, which has been successfully running. So there are 5 formats, friends, we're talking about, from exclusive stores to dark stores, which requires an area which is as small as about 600 to 800 for a dark store, and goes up to 2,500 for an experience or exclusive stores, the pictures that you have seen. So Dr. Das, just to start off with, I'll also, request, because we've talked about all these 5 formats, would you want to actually differentiate, apart from the size of these formats, what offering would be there in these formats, and also financially, what kind of investment would these stores need to be deployed?
Yeah, sure. Just I will correct you a little bit. We're not talking about dark store. We're talking about express store, neighborhood store or Fipola store, and exclusive store. So experience, like you said, is 700 to 800 square feet. And then 1,000 to 1,400 is a normal Fipola store. And then we have 2,000 to 2,500 square feet is the exclusive. So what is the differentiating factors are? Even investment point of view, it is 35 lakhs, 55 lakhs, and 95 lakhs. And of course, the turnout of money is also good. And then, if you see the experience is, express stores are smaller in size, so a display is smaller. And the lavishness of the front area is not there. Whereas in neighborhood store, you have that. In exclusive store, you have many more products also. So say if we are talking about 480 products in a Fipola store, we have 600 products in an exclusive store. So like in a Banjara Hills, is a very posh area where you have movie stars, expats and all coming in, and they also need many other aspects of meat and non-veg.
All right, that's helpful. And, would you also want to give, because this is a broad investment understanding, 35 to 95 odd lakhs. And typically what all would become, as an investment component? Absolutely, this is interiors, equipment, and this must be component of franchise fees. So broadly, would you want to comment typically, what aspects would be taken into consideration as far as these investments are concerned? And also on the operating side of the business, I saw a lot of orders, because being an omni-channel structure, there are a lot of orders which come from platforms like Swiggy and Zomato. There are walk-in customers, delivery being made. Would you want to comment typically what expenses, what one entail running these operations, and maybe per square feet efficiencies, throughput that we can expect from these formats?
Yeah, nice. So yes, whenever we say that the investment will be 35, 55 or 95, we only expect the investment part. Like example, we require 50 lakhs to make the store in terms of interiors. That is the only aspect that we are taking from the franchisees. Okay. And the 5 lakh, which is the a franchisee fee that we're talking about. But other than that, there are several expenses. Like example, say we have a lot of marketing expenses, we have commissary expenses, we have all delivery people, salaries, power, and so many expenses. But all these expenses are not at all given to any franchisee owner. They get the, a month on month, they earn on the top line itself. So they're not talking about bottom line. We're not talking about profitability. We're not talking about taking losses. All the losses in the first few years and all, which we take it ourselves. We are not giving them to the franchisee owner. Franchisee owners, typically they get on the top line and they're very happy. And we also give guarantees. So we don't talk about that the franchisee owner should be in any way not getting the enough percentages that they invested. They also should get a guarantee, if not the percentage they get month on month is equivalent to what they invest. So we are talking about all that. And then your question also was, how do we manage? Yeah, so we do have corporate offices, we have tech teams, we have technology team, marketing team, design team. We have in the stores itself, chef teams, and we also have service teams and delivery teams, which are large in number. Say we have 20-member team in exclusive, or we have a 15-member team in a normal Fipola. So there are so many people who work from them. We have a planning. We start at 4 o'clock in the morning and we close the places by 10 o'clock in the evening. And everybody is on their foot and they work for all of these vendors. So see, on a normal, like when they were typical, lockdowns and the second lockdown. So we got orders every half a day. We got orders like 10,000 orders, and we still, could give all our people. So we were also on time and stuff like this. So that gives me huge confidence to say that wherever we open with professionals, we're able to, encompass everything of our responsibility and give great delivery.
Absolutely. And friends, just to maybe recap on that and to make it clear for all our investors, we're talking about a model which is franchisee owned, company operated, where the franchise partner or investors, I would say, are required only to make the initial investment in the infrastructure, and the entire operations are taken care by the company. Having said that, the company will also ensure that you get a minimum guarantee on the investment that you have done. There's no operating expenses borne by you, and there would also be revenue share structure, which would also come in. So, Dr. Das, having said that, what would be the involvement of a franchise partner pre and maybe, the post opening? Is there some involvement that you would need from them? One, and if you can also give some clarity on, what kind of minimum guarantee and the revenue share are we talking about? And maybe give an example of, the three formats, what kind of throughput is expected, or I'm sure because you've been running these stores by yourself, the company has a great bandwidth and, over the years that you've gathered running these stores by yourself. So would you want to maybe give an example in terms of this and explain, what would this actually translate to? One, and then I'll take my question also on the exit, because this is operations by the company. What happens at the end of the tenure? Hanji, over to you.
Right. So I think you have asked questions pertaining to the investment. When we say that you invest, say, 55 lakhs, and then what you get is you get 4% of the turnover. So whatever the turnover we do month on month, you get 4% out of the turnover for the next 5 years that the contract is going to be there. And we expect, and all our existing partners, they all get an ROI within 2.5 years to 3 years at the most. That's what we look at. And we are talking about 20% guarantee. So in case this 4% of the turnover in 12 months is not equivalent to 20% of your investment, that you get at least 20%. So that means, yeah. So you are not doing any loss or any risk. You are going to get everything that you've invested, plus you're going to get more and do an ROI for 2.5 years. And rest 2.5 years you're going to earn. And not only that, the next 5 years you're going to sign, you're not going to pay so much. You're going to pay only for the expenses of renovating the stores or buying new fridges, etc. And that is also quite less, maybe 60% or more in terms of investment that you have done in the first 5 years. And you are the only person who will be invited to get the next franchisee for the next 5 years, and so on for the next 5 years. Nobody, we will give opportunity, in case you are interested. And the ROI and the percentage of 4% still you get in the next 5 years also. So you will make an ROI within 1.5 years, not 2.5 years anymore, in the next 5 years. So it's quite a profitable, and we are not going to exercise on any expenses. Your involvement is not there at all. It is all, you can call this as your own store and still not be involved. You can do your own business or own job, and you don't have to waste time in this.
That's very interesting, because we also get a lot of inquiries from people who have money but do not have time to run the business, but at the same time they're also very, very particular about the companies this investment is going in, and trust is a very big factor. So this is an opportunity, friends, for you. And I will also now, while we would share all these financial working with each one of you, we have done a very detailed working on the entire investment, operating expenses, what ROI numbers would it entail for you, as against the investment that you would make. And all that would be sent across to all of you. We also have our teams from Franchise India who's worked extensively with the team of Epola in the last, I would say, over a month and a half now in putting everything together. So everything very, very comprehensive, but we want to limit that information to only our interested and qualified, I would say, partners. And like Dr. Das mentioned, they would also be looking at partners who might be interested in opening more than 1 or 2 locations. And maybe the first right of refusal, if the location is close by, is something which would also come in. And before we proceed further, I will also request, I have a message from Archana. She's mentioning very quickly whatever Dr. Das talked about the financials. Anshul will take you very quickly, through the working that we have done. And I will request friends, if you have any questions on that, keep putting in. I see a lot of questions coming in, and we'll also take these questions one by one. So over to you, Anshul.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you very much. So, friends will have these 4 models, and this is particularly for the new setups now. So Sanjay ji has spoken about the existing stores and the 3 formats that we discussed, 35, 55, and 95 lakhs. I would be focusing on new franchise, new stores and new franchise development. So we have this plan. So, friends, we're looking at 2 formats here. One is 1,000 square feet and second would be a 1,300 square feet, right? And also it is a combination of 2 things. One is the retail store itself, and second, we also want to integrate the grill house concept within the retail store. Like in one of the images you saw that Sanjay has shown, grill house was also one of these. At the corner you saw grill house, right? So that's what we're saying here. In terms of the investment now, if you focus here, this is what we're looking at. Only the retail store 1,000 square feet is 51 lakhs, and only retail for 1,300 would be 55.5 lakhs. Plus add to it the investment to set up a grill house, which is 6,68,000. So overall, this gives us 4 options. Only retail 1,000 square feet is 51. Then 1,000 square feet with grill house becomes 58. You have only retail 1,300 at 55. And similarly, 1,300 square feet with grill house is 62 lakhs. So these are the 4 options that we want to bring for new franchise development. In terms of the revenue projections now, we're looking at an annual sale of 3.5 crores in year 1, which is 29 lakh rupees average. And this has a potential to go to say 50 lakh rupees plus by year 4, and almost touching 60 lakh rupees monthly business in year 5, right? This also continues on the same format, like a 4% revenue share or 20% on the initial investment as minimum guarantees, right? Now with this 4% revenue share and an investment of 51 lakhs, this we're looking at only retail store 1,000 square feet at 51 lakh investment and a revenue of 3.5 crores year 1. You're looking at 14 lakh rupees as a 4% of that value to be paid, right? And this ensures a break even in just under about 3 years period. Right. Now what we've done, we've retained the revenue top line for all 4 formats as the same numbers, starting at 3.5 crores and going up to 7 crores by year 5. And accordingly, the break even, is around 3 years for all 4 formats as such. So 2 things. One, you get 4% of revenue share or 20% on initial investment, right? Whichever is higher for the year is payable to you, right? 4 formats, and all 4 we've looked at a similar revenue numbers, starting at a 3.5 crores in year 1, going up to 7 crores by year 5, ensuring 100% ROI in 3 years period through minimum guarantees, through revenue share itself, right? In terms of some of the details on the investment side, if you can see, 22 lakh rupees on fit outs, then some of the equipment, and similarly towards setting up the grill house also. Key equipment about 2.8 lakh rupees, and rest is fit out, air conditioning, and some smallware items. So overall, 4 options between 51 lakhs to 62 lakhs, and a potential ROI of under 3 years.
Thanks, Anshul. And very quickly, Dr. Das, I see some questions also, coming in, and I also had a couple of questions. And since we're talking about omni-channel, and the entire demand comes from various channels, and when we talk about an outlet, the entire fulfillment, is that done from the outlet, or that is done from dark stores, especially made for these deliveries?
No, so like example, all the outlets are having all SKUs. So in case the SKUs get over because of demand, then immediately IST and inter-store transfers happen immediately. And with a range of 5 kilometers, whatever orders come from merchant or retail or e-com, all the sales comes from that store and sent from that store. So whichever franchisee is able to take one store, he will have to make sure that all these sales are registered there and billed there. So the revenue comes in that store. So that's how our models work. And one question I did not answer, which you get asked, is how do stores do? Like, with our past experience, we have seen that a normal store in the life of 6 months reaches somewhere in up to 30 lakhs. If you say first 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, right, it reaches 30 lakhs revenue. Whereas we have stores which do 87 lakhs per month also, which are as old as 3 years, 4 years. So, we can think that a store may do from 35, 40 lakhs to even 80, 90 lakhs also is what the revenues come from each store. If you want, I can answer the Q&A, which I see.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Sanjay Max has written, in a price sensitive market, how do we do? So, Sanjay, we are great at sourcing, so we get the best prices from the market, so we are able to give also the competitive prices. For example, you will not believe, right now in Bangalore, we are selling chicken at 169 rupees a kg, whereas the market has 240 rupees a kg, because we are giving an offer now for the next 2 months. Or at a Hyderabad market or Chennai market, we have 199 rupees a kg for a skin-on chicken, whereas the market has for 200 to 270 rupees, depending on the stores. So we are able to give the best prices, and sometimes it comes with offers also. If you buy 2, 3, you get some discount, you get some other, free, and so on. So every time there's an offer. Seafood, right now we're offering 25% discount in Bangalore. So everything comes with the offer, and we are able to give better rate than even the roadside. So that's a great aspect of a large company who has very great sourcing. The second question goes, meat sold fresh. So when you talk about quality, we talk about fresh and all that. So we have certain life. So there are many more questions later by Prem also, that meat is a perishable item and life of meat. So we, as per the rules and regulation, like I'm a doctor myself. We have a huge team of food science and nutrition and quality, and all these people work on labs we have, and we test, all kinds of stuff. So we have a life for our chicken, lamb, and goat and seafood. So when the expiry of the life gets over, and we say that now it is the time to dump these products, even if our staff say, no, sir, it is great, and it smells good, and it is usable, we don't use as a policy. We are going to dump all the food that has expired of the expiry maintained. And some question came that when we are getting it from other places, how do we maintain the life and how does it reach? So with our kind of engineering and logistics, everything reaches the same day. So even from the ports also, like we take from, say, from Cochin or from, all kinds of Andhra ports, Nellore and all that comes to different places in the same day. We have that kind of logistics. And every day, so if you say that mutton comes from Jodhpur, every day live mutton comes in the morning at 3 o'clock. And then we are cutting them in the source. And then we are using it for the customer in the same day. So that is the kind of our power and strength in terms of sourcing. And others, do you have an idea to open in Salem? Yes, we do. That is post-August, we're planning to go pan-Tamil Nadu when we're opening 250 outlets. And then since meat is perishable, I've answered the question, who are our competitors? They are mainly competitors who are online. The large competitors like Licious, Fresh to Home, they're all online. They don't have retail. They don't have the guts to come in retail. We know how to manage retail for so many years. And there are few omni-channel players also. They are like Tendercuts, who are our immediate competitors, but their numbers of stores are much lesser than ours in every city. They're coming up now. And some more, which are very small players. I don't want to name them. And what is the minimum size of the store? We have answered 800, 1,400 to 2,500 in different models. And it will happen to an investment post 5 years. 5 years, we'll renew it immediately for you. And we'll make sure that you're the first person to ask to get it. And who is our nearest competitor? We answered, if I have renewed the contract, how much do I invest? So I said, at a glance, around 60%, because 5 years is not got over yet. We don't know how much we are supposed to invest, but I would like to say it will be much lesser than what you've invested first time. How do you compete against Tendercuts marketing plan? So marketing plan is huge. I mean, like I said, we spend so much on marketing. Marketing is not just ATL. We also have a lot of BTL activities, large marketing plans across India, and which is also in all platforms. And every month, every 6 months, we have ATL. So it is always on top of it. Say, for example, if you go to Instagram or FB of Tendercuts, and you see they are not all active, but we are hugely active. We have more than 2,000 influencers who put on a daily, weekly basis all about our stuff and all that. So there's a huge, background and history going on behind the scene, and that makes us number one. Thank you,
Dr. Das. And friends, I see some of you raising questions. We can't unmute you. If you have any questions, please put in the Q&A box. At the same time, I would also request all of you, if you're keen, you may reach on the hotline number of Franchise India. Like I mentioned, we are looking at Discovery Day, where you can come one-to-one for any discussion on the business model or any point that might have not been understood or in depth. So Dr. Das, because I'm seeing interest coming from various locations, and you already have big clusters in cities like Chennai, Hyderabad, you made, big numbers, and so what are the important, I would say, priority cities for you to look at? And is 5 kilometers a thumb rule for any outlet coming up?
So, 5 kilometers is thumb rule for inside the city, which is the posh or, central locations. But when you go to outskirts, it may go up to 14 kilometers also. Wherever we don't have anything next to it, we cover up many kilometers.
Sure.
And outskirts is very easy to reach also, very fast to reach. Inside the city, there may be traffic and all, so Correct. It may not be possible. And Kamal has a lot of questions. He's asking about opening in Chennai for Express. Yes, we're opening 10 Express stores post January 15th. So you have all the opportunities to invest in Express stores. And then wanted more details of minimum guarantee, like I said, 20% and all that. You can also go back to Franchise India, because these are simple questions. They can be answered by them as well. And any technical questions which they may not be able to answer, you can ask me.
Sure. Thus, I think this is very, very, engaging session. We have been able to address a lot of questions. While I understand our investors need more information, and so do we to qualify also their interest and profiling. So friends, I'll request all of you to reach out on the hotline number and also the email ID. And I'll request Rachna if you can put that in the chat box for all of our investors to take a note of. We also have a lot of live investors watching the webinar. You can all take a note of these number, friends, and reach out to us. And before we close, Dr. Das, I will also request, if there's a closing message that you want to share with all our investors coming on this webinar today. And also one last question, which I would want you also make a part of your closing. And since entire operations are made handled by the company, what kind of transparency does the investor get in terms of what sales are being done? Does he get visibility on the POS, sales, bank accounts? So, how do we make that transparent for him?
Of course, that is very, very important. So, the a franchisee owner gets all the details of sales that we make, and he's able to understand how much we are doing and what is the 4%, and that goes into his bank month on month. We pay between 7th and 10th. So that's how it happens. And your other question, that was like closing note, is what I feel is that we have started just now after 5 years to do more franchises and all, because we have learned the game now, friends. We have understood how to manage stores and how to still be profitable, or how to have the best experience with the customers. And now, as we are ready, we would like to encourage people to come and join our success, and you also can be successful with us. There are many franchisees who come from the day one, from 6 months or 1 year after they have opened, because they need money. It is not in our case. We have investors, we have investment. All our 6 investors are very, very large, up to 2,000 crores. Their valuations are. Our company is a huge valuation of 800 crores currently, and it is going to go much larger. We, dream to be, Fortune 500 and all that. We dream to be startup, going to unicorn and so on. So all those are there. And some more question, Sriram has asked, is there available locations, area named Goldwyn, Coimbatore? So Coimbatore, Sriram, we have opened 2 outlets. We are opening another outlet on Tadagam Road, and we plan to open 2 more. So we are trying to just have 5-6 kilometers difference between all these places. So you are welcome. Even the running stores, which are very successful, Sriram, in Coimbatore, we would like to give you, because they are not franchised. So right. Ganapati and Avinashi Road, we do huge good sales, and we have started just 6 months back. So you can take them as well.
Very helpful, Dr. Das. And friends, just to maybe add on, we're looking at 2 opportunities. One absolutely is new acquisition, new locations for all the 3 formats. And second, because company has already made a very huge investment in their equity stores, which are profitable, doing well, have been doing very well for the last, I would say 2-3 years of their operations ever since they're running, to the extent many of their outlets are even doing a sale of about 80-90 odd lakhs. So in case you're interested in taking over an existing outlet, and again, the entire management is done by the company, please reach out to us. And we'll check if these locations in your city are available to be transferred. And there was one question which I did answer, was from Mr. Bijay Sinha. He asked on the expiry of the product and who takes care of the cost. So Mr. Sinha, the entire operational expenses are taken care by the company. There's no operating expenses, including any kind of wastage, which comes on the franchisee. You only get a revenue share, a minimum guarantee on the investment that you have done. No other expenses. The only expense that would happen is towards the end of the term of 5 years. And this is a very, rational and typical expense, which any outlet would entail because of refurbishment that you need to do on the interior and expenses. And that absolutely will be shared with you as we reach that stage. So thank you so much, Dr. Das, for being with us and answering all our questions. And our entire team at Franchise India thanks you for being with us. And Ashna, can I now request you to do the closing?
So thank you so much, Mr. Das. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for joining in today. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. Thanks, Anshul. Dear friends, thank you so much for joining in today. We really want you to connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 97176-83838, to book your slot with us for Discovery Day, which we have arranged for you on 22nd of December, where you have a chance to meet them again to discuss it further. Also share your valuable suggestion and feedback with us at our different social handles. In case you wish to get more expert advice from our panel members, please join Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their LinkedIn platform. Link I have just shared on screen. So we look forward to have you connected either at our business hotline number or our Facebook page. And tomorrow we are inviting you to join us for our live webinar, which will start at 12 p.m. The webinar is all about investor acquisition program, which we have started for all our investors. So please don't miss this chance. Join us tomorrow to understand the different kind of services you can get on the platform of Franchise India. To attend this particular webinar, you have to do registration with us, which is very easy to get it. Join us either at our Facebook page, where we have shared the registration link, or connect with us at our business hotline number to get the link. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a very safe day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again.